على آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أجيب دعوة الداع إذا دعاني صدق الله مولانا العظيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد بعد الجود والكرم وآله وصحبه وبارك وسلم صلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Respected brothers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Before I proceed, request the brothers to Qariba Jai, inshallah. All of them, inshallah. Request the brothers to come close. After الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا حبيب الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا حبيب الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا نور الله صلى الله تعالى عليك وسلم صلى الله تعالى. Bihamdi ta'ala, as you heard, this is the second part to a topic which is very relevant because of the sacred days and months, especially the month of Sha'aban and the Laylatul Bara'ah approaching very soon, inshaAllah. Up to now, we've heard approximately 27 adab etiquettes. हमने अभी तक तकरीबन 27 आदाब समाप्त फरमाए। इंशाल्लाह आज इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करूँगा कि जो फसल आला हज़रत के वालिद मोहतरम ने बांटा था आदाब दुआ, वो आज इंशाल्लाह मैं ख़त्म करने की कोशिश करूँगा। अल्लाह ताला हमें इन आदाब की पास करने की तौफीक अता फरमाए और पाने की तौफीक अता फरमाए। We went through a few very important adab, and we finished off talking about the actual way of raising our hands. And then he says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. फरमाते हैं कि दुआ मांगने में हाजत आखिरत को मुकद्दम रखे कि अम्र अहम यानी बहुत अहम काम की तकदीम ज़रूरी है. So he says one of the etiquettes is always first and foremost ask about the needs of Akhirah before you ask for the needs of this world. Now you may ask a question, maybe asking yourselves, وَرَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Because here the verse talks about dunya first and then Akhirah. The ulama they mention that the hasana of this dunya is related to the hasana of Akhirah. The goodness of this world means good deeds, worship, which is related to the hasana of Akhirah, which is Jannah. फिर फरमाते कि दुआ में निहायत आजिज़ी व इल्हा करें, यानी गिरिया वज़ारी करें. When you make dua, be very humble and try if you can, if it's possible. कि फरमाते हैं हदीस शरीफ में कि अल्लाह ताला दुआ में इल्हा करने यानी गिड़गिड़ाने वालों को दोस्त रखता है. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy is close to those who cry when they supplicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. और फिर दुआ में तकरार चाहिए. There should be repetition in making dua. फिर आला से फरमाते हैं उसकी शरह में कि तकरार सवाल यानी बार बार मांगना ये सिद्क़ के तरफ यानी सच्ची तरफ पर दलील है. When you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala repeatedly, it means you really want that thing to happen. It's a sign of a true supplicator, supplicating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Or adab ta'ab ho, and when you ask, make sure when you ask, it is an odd number of times. 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. कि अल्लाह वित्र है यानी अकेला है और वित्र को दोस्त रखता है. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one and He loves odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7. 5 बेहतर है और 7 का अदद अल्लाह ताला को निहायत महबूब, और अकल मर्तबा 3 यानी कम से कम 3 मर्तबा अल्लाह ताला से मांगना चाहिए, उससे कम ना मांगे। If you want something, then ask. The best number of times is 7 times. 5 is good. At least minimum 3 times. क्यों? हदीस शरीफ में कि बंदा दुआ करता है, परवरदिगार कबूल नहीं फरमाता। A person supplicates to Allah subhanahu first time, Allah does not accept. फिर दुआ करता है, फिर कबूल नहीं फरमाता। Again, the second time, he supplicates to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not accept his dua. फिर दुआ करता है 6 बार, third time. उस वक्त परवरदिगार फरिश्तों से इशारा फरमाता है, ए मेरे फरिश्तों, मेरे बंदे ने गैर को छोड़कर मेरी तरफ रुजू की, मैंने उसकी दुआ कबूल फरमाई। Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to the angels that this person has turned away from anyone besides me, bear witness I have accepted his dua. Yes, so always ask 3 times, at least minimum 3 times. फिर फरमाते हैं very important अदब, दुआ आम फहम हो, यानी माना समझने के साथ हो। Whenever you supplicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you should know the meanings of the dua. Yes, now unfortunately what happens कि जो मुअतमिरीन है, हुज्जाज किराम है, हमारे पास आते हैं, फरमाते कोई किताब है दुआ की किताब, कि क्या करोगे? कहा तवाफ के दौरान पढ़ेंगे, दुआ करेंगे। This is what they do. They ask, they come to us, they want books of dua when they go for Umrah or Hajj. And when you ask them, what are you going to do? Oh, during tawaf, inshallah, we'll be reading the dua. Yes? Okay, when we are Hajj, Arafah, Muzdalifah, Mina, these nights, okay, we'll be reading from the books. But they don't understand what they're reading. So it is not from the heart. Yes? Rather, the ulama, they have mentioned that the best dua is Durood Sharif. Whilst you're doing tawaf, Durood Sharif. In Arafah, Durood Sharif. In Muzdalifah, Durood Sharif. Okay, and really people doing tawaf, they're trying to turn the pages and they get pushed from here and there. Yeah, and they're trying to understand what the words are. They can't even pronounce Arabic properly. Okay, the Arabic, as I mentioned last time, is a bit difficult for them to read, let alone trying to understand. And then there they are, instead of forget these books. Yes, if you don't know Arabic, if you don't understand Arabic, yes, as you'll be rewarded for your intention, that's a different thing. But if you really want the spirituality of Umrah and Hajj, okay, do it from the heart. Yeah, if you think these du'as I don't understand, okay, just put it to one side, do istighfar, read tasbih, read Durood Sharif. Okay, and concentrate on what you're doing. This is the essence of everything. Okay, don't think, I need to buy books, and people take books and books and books. Okay, and there they are in Arafah in the tents reading away. It's power reading. They don't understand. Just put the books to one side and do the dua in your own language. Mukhtasar, whatever du'as you know, the meanings of, read those, and that will be more than enough. That will be sufficient. These supplications will suffice because they will be from the heart. So this is very important. और आंसू टपकने में कोशिश करें. Try to shed some tears. अगरचे एक ही कतरा हो, even if it's only one tear, कि दलील इजाबत यानी कबूलियत की दलील है. When making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, try and water your eyes. Try to shed some tears, even if it's one tear, because this is a sign of acceptance. Allah has accepted your dua. Yes, especially at the time, and there's another chapter, the times and places when you should be making dua. And one of the times, and it happens a lot in this country, up northwest, rain. When it's raining, okay, make dua. Just make رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. It has been the awliya kiram, Imam Sha'rani, rather Sayyidina Shaykh Muhyiddin ibn Arabi radiallahu has mentioned that with every raindrop, a raindrop is carried by an angel. Okay, so imagine how many angels are descending with a raindrop. Okay, and then you are in front of the angels, and when you inshallah make a dua, inshallah that's a time of ijabah. That's a time when the duas are accepted. रोना ना आए तो रोने का समूह बनाए कि नेकों की सूरत भी नेक है. If you cannot cry, then try to mimic those who cry. Okay, try and your facial expressions should be as if you are trying to cry. Man tashabbih biqawmin fahuwa minhum. Those who resemble a group of people, they will be with them. Yes. So this is very important, especially the youth, because our eyes are really wet out of the fear of Allah subhanahu. We really cry during dua. The elderly people, okay, because they've been through a lot of things in life, and they know they're one step closer to their death and their graves. Okay, for them it's more emotional. Okay, it's over. But when you're young, you think, you've got a long life and this and that. Okay, we rarely cry in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We rarely supplicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We rarely prostrate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the thought that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching us, and to feel emotional is the essence of our worship. फिर दुआ अज़म व जज़म, यानी पुख्ता इरादे और यकीन के साथ हो. Yes, with certainty. Yes, that Allah will accept my dua. You should be certain. This is very important. यूं ना कहे कि इलाही तू चाहे तो मेरी ये हाजत रवा फरमा, कि अल्लाह ताला पर कोई जबर करने वाला नहीं. Don't say, Allah, if you want to fulfill, accept my dua, fulfill my wishes. No. Okay, be certain. You make a dua, have certainty in the mercy of Allah, Allah will accept my dua. Okay, if you have certainty, inshallah, it will happen. और दुआ जामिअ, क़लीलुल लफ्ज़, कसीरुल माना, और तकवील बेजा से एहतराज करे, यानी अल्फाज कम हो और माना जामे हो. लंबी दुआ से परहेज करनी चाहिए. Okay, short and sweet. Dua should be short and sweet. Yes. हुजूर अक़दस सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के हदीस में है, आखिर ज़माने के लोग, okay, one of the signs of क़यामah, लोग दुआ में हद से बढ़ जाएंगे. Okay, they will transgress the limits of dua. और आदमी को इस कदर दुआ किफ़ायत करती है कि खुदाया मैं तुझसे सवाल करता हूँ, मुझे बहिश्त यानी जन्नत अता फरमा, और उस कौल व फ़िल की जो उसके नज़दीक करे तौफीक दे. जामे दुआ. The Prophet ﷺ said, this dua will suffice you. Oh Allah, I beseech you, I ask from you Jannah and all those actions and statements that will take me to Jannah. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-Jannah وَمَا قَرَّبَ إِلَيْهَا مِنْ قَوْلٍ وَعَمَلٍ. And there's in a power hadith, وَنَعُوذُ بِكَ مِنَ النَّارِ وَمَا قَرَّبَ إِلَيْهَا مِنْ قَوْلٍ وَعَمَلٍ. I seek your protection from the hellfire and from those actions and statements that will take me to hellfire. This is Jami Dua. और बाज़ किताबों में है ये दुआ जामे है. रब्बना आतिना फिद दुनिया हसना वफ़िल आखिरति हसनतन वक़िना अज़ाबन्नार. खुदाया हमें दुनिया और आखिरत की भलाई इनायत फरमा और दोज़ख की आग से बचा. This is जामे दुआ. Short and it has everything in it. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة. Oh Allah, give us the goodness of this world. وفي الآخرة حسنة, and give us the goodness of the akhirah. وقنا عذاب النار, and protect us from the hellfire. Hazrat Abdullah bin Mughaffal radiallahu ta'ala anhu के बेटे ने दुआ की थी. The great muhaddith Hazrat Sayyid Abdullah bin Mughaffal radiallahu ta'ala, his son was making dua. खुदाया मुझे बहिश में एक सफेद महल दे. Look at the way he was making dua. Oh Allah, give me a white palace in Jannah. कि जाते वक्त मेरे दाहिने हाथ पर पड़े, which is on my right hand side. तो हज़रत अब्दुल्लाह बिन मुग़फ़्फ़ल ने इरशाद फरमाया, ए बेटा खुदा से बहिश का सवाल कर और दोज़ख से पनाह चाह, फुज़ूल बातों से क्या फायदा. Okay, what is the point of saying all this? Just say, oh Allah, grant us Jannah and protect us from the hellfire and abstain from useless du'as, useless description in whilst making dua. So this is very important. You know, Ya Allah, those bachelas, I want a girl, one eye is blue, one eye is green, half the hair is long, other half is black. She should be 6 feet tall, 5 fingers, the thumb should be this. Yeah, all this description. There's no point. Yes? There's no such things in dua. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً. And as Maulana Ali says, the goodness of this world is imra'atun salihah, a righteous wife, a righteous woman. Oh Allah, give us a righteous wife and give us goodness in akhirah and jannah. Wa qina adab al Dua. Okay, this is enough. Okay, you don't need to start, describing, your dream wife to be, inshallah. And then when she gets old, and then all the colors and everything fades away, and then you think, oh subhanAllah, what's happening? Okay, so you should avoid such things. Okay, best wife is a righteous wife, that's it. Okay, regardless of the color, regardless of the age, regardless of the height, as long as she's pious, you have completed half of your iman. Okay. और अल्लाह ताला से अपनी कुल हाजतें मांगे, ask for everything, all needs. और बेहतर यह है कि जो दुआएं हदीसों में वारिद और अक्सर मतालिब दुनिया व आखिरत यानी दुनिया व आखिरत की मुरादों को जामे हैं, उन्हीं पर इक्तिसार यानी इक्तिफा करें. And best is to memorize, to learn the du'as of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, know the meanings of those du'as. Okay, and especially if you get a chance, try and start the will of al-wazifatul karima of Sarkar A'la Hazrat radiallahu ta'ala. It is everything in it. Yes, the morning and the evening du'as, supplication, and memorize them. Okay, they contain gems from Hadith al-Mubarak. Al-Wazifatul Karima, available in Urdu and in English. So these are the etiquettes. फिर फरमाते हैं, and this is now the most important. Today's topic, okay, this is the highlight of it. Okay, which is one of the etiquettes. And A'la Hazrat radiallahu ta'ala, his father, has mentioned many hadith mubarakah regarding this very important point. And this is adab number 40. जब अपने लिए दुआ मांगे तो सब अहले इस्लाम को उसमें शरीक कर ले. Whenever you make dua, include your brothers and sisters in your dua. This is very important. Abu Shaykh is बहारी ने साबित अल-बुनानी और बन्नानी से रिवायत की कि हमसे जिक्र किया गया, जो शख्स मुसलमान मर्दों और औरतों के लिए दुआए खैर करता है, whoever makes दुआए खैर, goodness for the Muslim brothers and sisters, the believing men and women, क़यामत को जब उनकी मजलिसों पर गुजरेगा, एक कहने वाला कहेगा, when this person was making dua for the believing men and women, whether they're righteous or not, when you will go past these Muslim men and women, एक कहने वाला कहेगा, one of them will call out, ये वो है कि तुम्हारे लिए दुनिया में दुआ खैर करता था. This is the very person who was making dua of goodness for you in the world. बस वो उसकी शफात करेंगे. These righteous people, maybe the awliya, they will intercede on behalf of you. और जनाब इलाही में अर्ज करके बहिश में ले जाएंगे. I will take you to Jannah. Yeah, when you make a dua for believing men and women, you include the awliya, you include the righteous individuals in this ummah. And awliya will live ila yawm al-qiyamah. And awliya, whatever there are 40 Muslimun, righteous Muslimun, one is a wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes? So when you including the Muslim men and women, you are including the awliya in the du'as, regardless of your state on Yawm al-Qiyamah, they will do shafa for you. They will do shafa for you. फिर फरमाते हैं कि खुद कुरान अज़ीम में इरशाद होता है, वस्तग़फिर लिज़म्बिक वलिलमुमिनीन वलमुमिनात. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, मग़फ़िरत मांग अपने गुनाहों की और सब मुसलमान मर्दों और सब मुसलमान औरतों के लिए. Ask forgiveness for your sins and for the sins of the mu'mineen and the mu'minat. और एक हदीस शरीफ में है, एक ने कहा, अल्लाह मग़फ़िरली वरहमनी, Allah मग़फ़िरली वरहमनी, Allah forgive me have mercy upon me. हुजूर अक़दस सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम फरमाया अपनी दुआ में तामीन कर, यानी आम कर, कि दुआए खास व आम में जो वो फर्क है जो ज़मीन व आसमान में है. Yes, the dua for your own and the dua for everyone is that the difference between the dua when you're making for your own and when you include the believers is the difference between the earth and the sky. Yes, it's a great difference. और सही हदीस में हुजूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम फरमाते हैं सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, जो सब मुसलमान मर्दों और मुसलमान औरतों के लिए इस्तिग़फ़ार करें, अल्लाह ताला उसके लिए हर मुसलमान मर्द व हर मुसलमान औरत के बदले एक नेकी लिखेगा. Subhanallah. Yes, whoever supplicates and seeks forgiveness for the believing men and women, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you the reward equal to the number of Muslim women and men, the believers. How many Muslims approximately? 1 billion? More or less. Okay, you say Allah maghfir li wa li walidayya wa li ustadi wa li jami'il mu'minin mu'minat wa li muslimin muslimat, automatically got 1 billion rewards. Okay. Obviously excluding the deviants. और फरमाते सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, ये वजीफा आप मामूल बना लें. Do you know, alhamdulillah, I was honored to translate one of the first books of A'la Hazrat radiallahu ta'ala, which I was honored to translate, was Al-Alamnu Ula Linat Mustafa Bida'fi al-Bala. When I was translating, and Allah has mentioned many gems in that book. One hadith when I was translating, memorized, I'm talking 10 years ago. Yes, till today, alhamdulillah, I'm practicing upon this. Okay? من استغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات 27 مرة كان من الذين يستجاب له ويرزق بهم أهل الأرض. कि हदीस शरीफ में है कि जो हर रोज मुसलमान मर्दों और मुसलमान औरतों के लिए 27 बार 27 times इस्तिग़फ़ार करें. 27 times will only take you approximately 27 seconds. Okay? So whoever does istighfar for the believing men and women 27 times daily. Okay, this is your daily wazifa. Take it from this dars today. 27 times daily. उन लोगों में हो जिनकी दुआ मकबूल होती है. You will become from those whose du'as will be accepted, number 1. And number 2, और उनकी बरकत से मखलूक को रोजी मिलती है. And you will become from those individuals through whose blessings Allah showers His sustenance, His barakah upon the creation of Allah, who i.e. the awliya. If you make a ma'amul of doing istighfar 27 times for the believing men and women, not only you become mustajab da'awat, i.e. the du'as will be readily accepted, you will also become from the awliya. Yes? This is the key to wilayah, one from the hadith. और मज़ीद फरमाते हैं, सैयदा अबू हुरैरा रज़ियल्लाहु ताला से मरवी कि हुज़ूर अक़दस सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम फरमाया, अल्लाह ताला को कोई दुआ उससे ज़्यादा महबूब नहीं कि आदमी अर्ज़ करे. There is no dua more beloved to Allah than this one. Allahumma arham, repeat after me. Allahumma arham ummata Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam rahmatan amma. Ilahi ummati Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam par aam rahmat farma. This is all another hadith. Allahumma maghfir, repeat after me. Allahumma maghfir li ummati Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam maghfiratan amma. Ilahi ummati Mustafa ummati Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ki aam maghfirat farma. These are, and do you know, I'm going to tell you another secret. If you're making notes, I see someone making notes. Okay, Imam Sha'rani radiallahu has mentioned this. If you want to become from Abdal Sab'a in one narration, and then 40, another narration. Abdal, Awtad, these are the hierarchy of wilayah. If you want to become from Abdal, one wazifa, of course, okay, you'll be chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but there are litanies. Imam Sha'rani has mentioned, whoever every single day, and bihamdi ta'ala, you can do this after Fajr, and combine this hadith with this narration together. So the two we've mentioned here, Allahumma fi li ummati Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma arham ummati Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You've heard this. And then that extra 3 or 4. Allahumma tajawaz an ummati Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma aslih ahwal ummati Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma farrij an ummati Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma ja'alna min ummati Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. These 6 litanies. This is all we need to do. These 6. Anytime during the day. Allahumma fil li ummati Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma arham ummati Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma tajawaz an ummati Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma aslih ahwal ummati Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma farrij an ummati Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma ja'alna min ummati Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Okay, make this dua. Okay, with the intent, inshallah, Allah will make you from the abdal. Inshallah, make dua. And you know, in Syria, so off topic, but many children are here, many youngsters are here to inspire you. There is a maqam. Later, have you been to Damascus? Been to Damascus? You've been maqam al-Arba'in? Okay, have you been to Maqam? Okay, there is a cave. Okay, there's a mountain just behind the maqam of Sayyidina Muhammad Arabi radiallahu ta'ala anhu. There's a mountain. It's called the maqam of al-Ba'in, the Arba'in Abdan. Physically and spiritually, the ulama, they are mentioned at the time of tahajjud, they gather. And they discuss the affairs of the world, what they need to do. By the permission granted by Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani, Qasi Azam radiallahu ta'ala, Maulana Ali Khan radiallahu ta'ala, and the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. You know, in Muhammad Arabi radiallahu ta'ala, you know, whenever I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned this last time. If you go to summertime is coming, you know, summer holidays, and the parents want to take the children to holidays. Yes, if you go Turkey, okay, go to the Mazarat Awliya. Don't start going to Marmaris and the southern part of the Turkey to sunbathe. Yeah, okay, 1 or 2 days is okay, that's fine. But make the intention whenever you go to any place abroad. Okay, all will make intention, inshallah, we'll be visiting the Mazarat, the Awliya. And inshallah, if Allah gives us the tawfiq, we will visit the living awliya. You make that niyyah and leave the house with that intention. Inshallah, whether you know or not, you will be greeting a wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you know when, the first time when we went to the Mazar, first went to the Umayyad Mosque, Jama Umawi. And according to Hadith, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, no matter what happens in Syria, the minaret of the Damascus will remain. Because according in the light of the Hadith of Mubarakah, Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam will descend upon the eastern minaret in one narration of Damascus or Jama Umayyad Mosque, Jama Umawi. So we were there after Salat Jum'ah, and we were looking for, there is one particular place in Jama Umawi Mosque. Inshallah, once everything, the peace will come, inshallah. It will come, inshallah. But we have to pray for that. There is a place in Damascus, Jama Umawi, the Umayyad Mosque. There is a place called Maqam al-Qadr alayhi salam. Maqam al-Qadr alayhi salam is a very particular place where one narration every week or one narration every month. Sayyidina Khizr, the actual Fasih is Qadr alayhi salam. Khizr is fine. Khidr. Qadr alayhi salam, he comes and he prays 2 rakats in the masjid. Yes, and the awliya, they mentioned you should go to that place, of course, where the Prophet is, where the wali are, which we made du'as are accepted. Yes, so we were looking for that place after Salatul Jum'ah. In the distance, I can still remember this. I'm talking 12, 13 years ago. Okay, there was a person, subhanallah, with a very fair skin, beautiful beard. And he was crying while he was making dua to Allah after Salatul Jum'ah. I said to the brothers, okay, we're going to ask that very individual where the maqam, where the place is of Khidr as-salam. We were trying to find. So after Salatul Jum'ah, after he finished his dua, went to him, we greeted, كيف حالك يا شيخ? Okay, and then we greeted, and إحنا من إنجلترا, we're from England, ونحن عايزين مقام الخضر عليه السلام. I'm looking for the maqam of Khidr alayhi salam. He smiled and pointed towards the wall where he was. Okay. So we look and it was written هذا مقام الخضر عليه السلام. So he was making this. I presume he's a wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, having a good opinion of him. Nevertheless, so we made dua, and then we had one of the books of, and again another thing, if you go to Middle East, take books of A'la Hazrat in Arabic. Please, this is the least we can do to spread the words of A'la Hazrat in the Middle East. If you go Morocco, if you go to Marrakesh, okay, again, many stories I can go. These are the places I can give you many incidents of awliya. Okay, in the maqam of Sayyidina Muhammad ibn Arabi radiallahu ta'ala, we met and I again believe he's a wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We went after Salat Jum'ah, same day, went to the maqam of Sayyid Muhyiddin ibn Arabi, the spiritual son of Sayyid Sarkar Ghaus Azam. Sorry, it's off topic. Okay, but it is all, I'm coming back to, it's all useful general knowledge. Muhammad ibn Arabi radiallahu ta'ala anhu is the spiritual son of Sarkar Ghaus Azam radiallahu ta'ala anhu, because the father had many daughters, but he did not have a son. So he went to Shaykh Abdul Qadir Ghaus Azam and asked, oh Shaykh, make dua. So he said, Allah, there's one child left, one son left in my loins, destined that I will have a son. I am gifting that my son to you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that father, the spiritual son of Shaykh Abdul Qadir Muhyiddin ibn Arabi, Imam al-Mukashifin, he's the Imam al-Kash. Yes? The books of Ibn Jafar has mentions a lot about him in his books. Imam al-Mukashifin Muhyiddin ibn Arabi, radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And his Mazar Sharif has been recorded every single Thursday night. Okay, the Prophet ﷺ comes and does salam to Muhyiddin ibn Arabi radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Yes, you should go to the Mazarat of the awliya. Yes, and we were there, and a person, an old man, he had a brown cloak, and he had a huge tasbih, probably of 500 or 1,000 bead tasbih. It was very long, and he was covering his face, and he was next to the mazar of Muhyiddin ibn Arabi radiallahu ta'ala anhu, doing muraqabah, doing dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I said to my friends, no matter what, we will have to, I know it was wrong, khilaf al-adab, but we will have to disturb him to seek his dua. So I sat next to him and whispered in his ear, Assalamu alaikum. He took off his clothes, he turned around and he did salam, and then we greeted. And then, it's a good thing to give money to the awliya, to these ulama. So the brothers, they said, okay, we want to give him something. He seems to be a great, maybe wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, bashara. Okay, he was crying, doing muraqabah. He said, no, I don't want money. Okay, I don't want your money. Yes, if you have some food, I'll have some food. Because I've been in this masjid, in this very particular Mazar Sharif, for the last 3 days and nights. Doing muraqabah. Okay, and then he said, inshallah, tomorrow after Maghrib, I'll be finishing my litany. You need to come to my house. Okay, he even wrote his address. Please, bit-ta'keed, you have to come. But unfortunately, it was destined, we lost the address. We couldn't go and meet this wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And nevertheless, so always remember, sorry, where was I? Yes, whenever you go to abroad, if you go abroad, always make the intention of meeting awliya as-salihin. Inspire your children, inspire yourselves. Okay, the doors of Nubuwwah are closed. No one can become a prophet. But the doors of wilayah are still open, and any one of you can become a wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You should have the inspiration, Ya Allah, I do not want to leave this world till I go past the doors of wilayah. You should be making this dua. Okay. So man istaghfara lil mu'minina wa mu'minat, if you do istighfar 27 times every single day for the believing men and women, every single day, you become mustajab da'wat, and inshallah, through your barakah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends sustenance to the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. और फरमाते कि जो तमाम मुसलमान मर्दों और औरतों के इस्तिगफार करें. If you do istighfar for the believing men and women, तो बनी आदम के जितने बच्चे पैदा हो, all the children who are to be born, सब उसके लिए इस्तिगफार करे यहाँ तक कि वफात पाए. Then these children will make dua for you till you pass away. Okay? Again, these children are born as al-fitra. They are born on the natural disposition, on Islam. And then they become Jews and Zoroastrians and Yahud. Okay, the hadith of Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. तो फ़कीर ने A'la Hazrat says, फ़कीर इस बारे में इसलिए अहादीस से बकसरत नकल की कि मुसलमानों को रग़बत हो. देखिए, रग़बत दिलाने के लिए आला हज़रत ने इन अहादीस मुबारक को नकल फरमाए. Yes. और बाज़ तबीयतें, आला हज़रत mentioned about our nature, दुआ में बुख़्ल करती है. Some of them will become stingy. Okay, you know, you've got exams. I'm giving an example. Yeah. Especially happens with the younger children. In the school, we don't have this first, second, third. It's just A star, A, B, C. So you don't really bother. There's no competition. Okay. But in the mosque, you know, we want to become first, second, third. Or not just generally if you're making dua. So people make dua for themselves. Okay, Ya Allah, I want to become first. Ya Allah, I want to accept. You know, you become bakhil, stingy. Okay? Or they should not do that. You should include everyone. Ya Allah, give success to everyone. फिर मज़ीद आदाब समार फरमाते के साथ ही वालिदैन और वो मशाइख के लिए भी ज़रूर दुआ करे कि माँ बाप मूजिब हयात ज़ाहिरी है और मशाइख व असातिज़ा बाइस हयात बातिनी है. Okay, when you make a dua, include your parents and include your spiritual teachers, asatida, teachers, because your parents were the means of your bodily life, and they look after your bodily life, and your mashayikh, the ulama, they look after your spiritual life, the soul, and you include both in your du'as. Hadith Sharif में है कि जो शख्स नमाज पढ़े और उसमें माँ बाप के लिए दुआ ना करे, वो नमाज नाकिस है. Yes, if you pray salah and you do not pray for your parents, then that salah is incomplete. और सुन्नत ये है कि पहले अपने नफ्स के लिए दुआ मांगे, फिर वालिदैन और फिर दीगर अहले इस्लाम को शरीक करें. This is the correct order. First make dua for yourself, and then for your parents and mashayikh, and then for the rest of the ummah of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, as one of the normal dua ma'thura, رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيَّ وَلِجَمِيعِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ وَالْمُسْلِمِينَ وَالْمُسْلِمَاتِ, and the other similar words. और हत्तल वसा औकात व अमाकिन इजाबत की रियायत कर, यानी जिन जिन औकात व मकामात से मुतालिक अहादीस में मनक़ूल किया था कि इन औकात और इन जगहों में दुआ करने से दुआ कबूल होती है, उन औकात और उन मकानों में दुआ करनी चाहिए. You should also make dua in blessed times and places. Okay, Laylatul Bara, the night of Jum'ah, the day of Friday. Okay, the time on Friday between Asr and Maghrib, the time of Tahajjud, etc., etc. और आमीन पर ख़त्म करे कि दुआ की मोहर है. Just to make sure. It is a sound of dua. You know, बेचारे इमाम साहब, you know, making dua. Allahumma anta salam. बाज़ लोग पीछे क्या करते हैं? You know, yawning away. Imam said, making Allahumma anta salam. You can't even say Ameen. Daydreaming. Okay? You know, so you know when the Imam is making dua, anyone making dua, you should also say Ameen. Okay? Ameen meaning istajib ya Allah. Will Allah accept the dua? So always say Ameen. Okay? You never know if one of you is a wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and someone's making dua and you say Ameen, everyone's dua is accepted. Okay? So never belittle even Ameen. But even Surah Al-Fatih, when Imam in Salah, when he say وَلَا don't be quiet. Okay, of course, we're Ahnaf, silent, but say at least Ameen. Okay, it is a dua, and say Ameen. It is time of dua to be accepted. और सुनने वाले को भी आमीन कहना चाहिए. और बाद फरागत यानी दुआ से फारिग होने के बाद दोनों हाथ चेहरे पर फेरे कि वो खैर व बरकत जो बजरिए दुआ हासिल हुई अशरफुल आज़ा यानी चेहरे से मस्क हो. When you making after making dua, the blessings and the barakat and anwar and the tajalliyat that are descending on the hands are rubbed upon ashraful a'dha, the most honored part of the limb, the body limb is your face. Okay, so rub the hands upon the face to attain barakah. Allah Ta'ala से सियाते रहमत व सिद्क़े वअदा यानी अल्लाह ताला की रहमत की वसअत और सच्चे वादे पर नजर करें, इस्तिजाब दुआ पर यकीन कामिल रखें कि करीम साइल को मालूम नहीं देगा. And after you've completed dua, I mentioned this before, have complete certainty in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept your dua. ये ना कहे मैं गुनहगार हूँ, उन्हें वो गुनहगार छोड़. You know, for example, ulama say dua में आकर सुनो, ये सब मुझे दुआ करो, वो पोते गुनहगार छोड़. You know, I'm a sinner. As they say, you shouldn't do that. Okay, what's wrong making dua for alim, for wali? Why not? Okay, if someone says to you, make dua, okay, don't just make a false promise, inshallah karunga. Dua mein yaad inshallah, and you forget about this dua. No. Okay, if someone does tell you, please make dua for me, okay, and he's in need of duas from people, and he says, Allah bless you, Allah gives you success. You never know that dua will be a time of ijabah, and your duas will be accepted. Allah will relieve him from that calamity. You know, दुआ करेगा लायक नहीं हूँ. Okay, I'm not worthy of making dua for you. आप मेरे लिए दुआ करो. नहीं, आप भी करें, वो भी करेंगे. You make dua and he will do dua. Yes. Don't be stingy and don't be okay. You might be a more sinful person, but what's harm making dua? There's no harm making dua for that person who requested you to make dua. So please remember, this is very important. Even text. So please dua mein yaad. Okay, just Allah bless you. Okay, may Allah give you happiness. May Allah keep you happy. Allah bless you, the goodness of the world and akhirah. And it's your dua. Okay, at least you fulfill that plea from a Muslim brother. So this is a very important point. Then, dua ke kabul mein jaldi na kare. Don't haste. मैंने दुआ की थी और दुआ कबूल नहीं हुई. You know, I made dua, you know, and dua is not accepted. I was looking for, Ya Allah, making dua for a nice spouse, inshallah, partner. But, you know, in a few months, I'm a bit tired now. No. Okay? Never ever do that. It's completely against the ethics of dua to even think I made dua and it's not being accepted. There's wisdoms behind that. Many wisdoms. फरमाते हैं हदीस शरीफ में खुदा ताला 3 आदमियों की दुआ कबूल नहीं करता. Allah does not accept dua of 3 individuals. एक वो कि जो गुनाह की दुआ मांगे, who makes dua to rob a bank. I sins. Okay. I'm just trying to cheer you up because you know, it's a few minutes down and some of you, mashallah, the battery is about to die. दूसरा वो कि ऐसी बात चाहे कि कते रहम हो. Okay, कते रहम आई, you want to cut ties from family. Yeah, I don't want to meet my uncle anymore, my cousins anymore, my niece anymore, my nephews anymore, my grandparents, whatever. Now we should not make dua of कते रहम, cutting ties. और तीसरा वो कि कबूल में जल्दी करे, the haste. Okay, give wazifa, I want it next morning. You know, people ask for wazifa for jobs, okay, and one wazifa superior, I've asked you 72 times after every namaz, and alhamdulillah, many brothers and sisters have been benefited with this wazifa. But people want, you know, Hazrat, it's been 1 week and nothing was happening, you know, you need to put an effort, you know, you need to have a CV there, apply for jobs, ring, you know, it's not going to come to you, yeah, so, you know, and you should always have hope in mercy of Allah. Don't be hasteful. Don't haste in having the urge of getting your du'as accepted. अब तक कबूल ना हुई और ऐसा शख्स घबरा कर दुआ छोड़ देता है? You should never do that. Why? Because हुजूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम फरमाते हैं, सुभानअल्लाह, कभी कभी दुआ क्यों कबूल नहीं होती, ये समझ फरमाए, सुभानअल्लाह, कि जब कोई प्यारा अल्लाह का महबूब खुदाई ताला का अल्लाह ताला से दुआ करता है, जिब्राइल अलैहिस्सलाम कहते हैं, इलाही तेरा बंदा तुझसे कुछ मांगता है, हुक्म होता है ठहरो अभी ना दो, ताकि फिर मांगे कि मुझको उसकी आवाज पसंद है. Sometimes Allah loves you crying in His court. Yes, Jibreel said, Ya Allah, your beloved, your close servant is making dua. He's asking for something. Shall we grant the angels? Shall we grant him? No, wait. Let him ask again because I love to listen to his voice. Okay. और जब कोई काफिर या फासिक दुआ करता है, फरमाता है उसका काम जल्दी कर दो ताकि फिर ना मांगे कि मुझको उसकी आवाज मकरूह यानी नापसंद है. On the other hand, disobedient, when he asks from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his will be granted because Allah dislikes him making dua to him and Allah dislikes the sound of his dua. हज़रत यहया बिन सईद बिन क़त्तान रज़ियल्लाहु ताला जनाब बारी को ख्वाब में देखा, अर्ज़ की, इलाही मैं अक्सर दुआ करता हूँ और तू कबूल नहीं फरमाता. हुक्म हुआ, ए यहया, मैं तेरी आवाज़ को दोस्त रखता हूँ और इसी वास्ते तेरी दुआ में दाखिल करता हूँ. Yes, sometimes this delay is because Allah loves to listen to the sound of your dua. Okay, don't feel Allah is not accepting the dua. Well, this is one of the wisdoms. And one of the wisdoms is that sometimes whatever you're asking for is not good for you. You want that job, but you never know, in that job you'll be starting missing Jum'ah, starting missing prayers, you'll be starting doing haram activities and haram income. Example. Yeah? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not want you to go towards that path. And that is why one of the reasons is your du'as are not accepted. Or one of the reasons is Allah will give you something better. Okay? You want to marry this girl, it's not happening, don't worry, don't cry. Okay, the reason I'm talking about this is because, mashallah, there are many youth here who are at the age of becoming double cream. Okay, anyway, so, just wake you up. So, of course, you should be making dua, it is very important. फिर और अपने गुनाह, this is what I mentioned before, अपने गुनाह व खता पर नजर करके दुआ को तर्क ना करे. Don't think, you might be the one of the leading drug dealers in Preston. What duas? Allah's not going to accept my dua. No, never. Okay? Don't leave dua just because of your sins. Yes, of course. Okay? You make dua, Ya Allah, forgive my sins. But you should never leave thinking you are sinful. Okay? कि शैतान की भी दुआ कबूल हुई. Even shaitan asked for respite إلى يوم القيامة. Ya Allah, give me that until يوم القيامة. Allah says, إنك من المنظرين. Yes? You will be given respite. You will live until يوم القيامة. Shaitan, he disobeyed Allah at the time when he was arguing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, Allah, give me respite ila yawm al-qiyamah. Allah accepted his request. So even shaitan's dua, you can call it, was accepted. और तंदुरुस्ती व खुशी व फराग दस्ती की हालत में दुआ की कसरत करे ताकि सख्ती व रंज में भी दुआ कबूल हो. When you're happy, when you're rich, when you're healthy, when everything's okay, yeah, that is the time when you should start storing your du'as, making du'as, so that when you become ill, sick, when you start losing jobs, you're losing people around you, that is when the stored du'as will become a means for your salvation. And there's a hadith, Man sarrahu يستجيب الله له عند الشدائد والكرب فليكثر الدعاء في الرخاء, कि जिसको ये पसंद हो कि मुश्किलात के वक्त अल्लाह ताला उसकी दुआ कबूल फरमाए, तो उसको चाहिए कि आसाइश यानी कि सुकून के हालत में के वक्त दुआ की कसरत करे. If you want your du'as to accept at time of needs, do dua at a time of felicity and happiness. और दुआ तन्हाई में करे. Also make dua on your own. Okay? You should evolve this. This is Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. हदीस शरीफ में है पोशीदा कि एक दुआ अलानिया की 70 दुआ के बराबर है. If you're making dua on your own, in isolation, okay, away from people, where there is no one, is equal to making dua 70 times in front of people. Okay, make dua in isolation. This is very important. और दुआ से पहले A'la Hazrat radiallahu ta'ala mentions few of his own adab. He says before दुआ पहले मिसवाक कर ले कि अब रब से मुनाजात का वक्त है. Do siwak, use siwak, and also apply atar. Okay, and then as mentioned, to pray 2 rakats and do give sadaqah, whatever goodness, before you make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Dua mein takabbur aur sharm se bache. No kibr, no haya in dua. Masalan, he gives an example. तन्हाई में दुआ बनी है तज़र्रु इल्हा, गिरे वज़ाय में और गिर गिरा कर दुआ कर रहा था. You know, you're making dua in your bedroom, in the library, at the bathroom, somewhere upstairs in the class. You make a dua, Ya Allah, you're crying, you know, in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then you hear someone entering the door. Yes, कि अपना मुंह खूब गिर गिराने का बना रहा है, अब कोई आ गया, उस हालत से शर्मा कर मौकूफ कर दिया. You feel ashamed, feel shy, and stop making dua. Okay, you start making, you know, you're crying, okay, you know, you've got a runny nose because you're crying, but you're just saying, oh, I've got a runny nose, you know, you start making the things up. Well, what's the point? Yeah? ये सख्त हमाकत, बेवकूफ़ी है, हमाकत, like stupidity, he says. और माअज़ल्लाह अल्लाह की जानिब में तकब्बुर से मुशाबा है कि उसके हुजूर की गिराने मुझे हजार इज्जत है, ना कि माअज़ल्लाह खिलाफ शान व शौकत. You know, crying in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will not lose respect, rather you're going to attain respect. Don't be ashamed when you're making dua. If someone enters a room, don't stop, don't feel ashamed. Okay, it doesn't matter who that person is. Okay, on the other hand, it happens, you're making dua. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. Someone enters, ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة, to show off. Okay, subhanallah, look at this past person making dua. Yeah, this Imam Ghazali mentions it here, that there's one of his teachers mentions how there was a man in the past who used to pray salah. He was in the masjid, very quickly just praying namaz. And in the past, you know, there were no like locks or whatever. The animals would enter the mosque or whatever. So he heard someone entering or something entering the mosque, and the worshipper thought, there must be a worshipper, there's a person who sat in the masjid. Okay, so he started to extend his ruku, began to extend his sujood, you know, making dua, and then he turns around and there's a dog sat there. Okay, so this is again showing off, ostentation, you attain nothing. So avoid haya in terms of being ashamed, and ostentation, showing off to people. This is very important. Have I got time? Okay. और दुआ में जैसे कि बुलंद आवाज से ना चाहिए, निहायत बस भी ना करे. Not too loud, not too quiet. Okay. وَابْتَغِ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ. Where is it? وَابْتَغِ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ سَبِيلًا. Sorry. وَلَا تَجْهَرْ بِصَلَاتِكَ وَلَا تُخَافِتْ بِهَا وَابْتَغِ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ سَبِيلًا. In between. Not too extremely loud, not completely quiet. Whisper the words so that you hear your own words. They need to be audible. और दुआ अपनी तन्हा अपनी दुआ पर कनात ना करें. Don't suffice on your own duas. That I'll just make dua for myself. No. बल्कि सुलहा वो अटफाल नेक बच्चे, नाबालिग children, Do you know, alhamdulillah, since reading these books, whenever I hear a child is going Umrah or Hajj, a child, okay, request that child, make sure you make dua for me with my name. Okay? Say, Mom, let me dua kar, okay? And they will do it. Okay? And their duas are already accepted. और मसाकीन और बेवा औरतों के साथ नेक सुलूक करके उनसे भी दुआ चाहे कि अक़रब कबूल है, यानी कबूलियत के ज़्यादा करीब है। अमीरुल मोमिनीन फारूक आज़म रज़ियल्लाहु ताला मदीना मुनव्वरा के बच्चों से अपने लिए दुआ कराते कि दुआ करो उमर बख्शा जाए। Hazrat Amirul Mu'mineen said Umar radiallahu ta'ala would go to the children of Madinah to Munawwara and would say, make dua, oh Allah, forgive Umar radiallahu ta'ala. Amirul Mu'mineen from Ashir Mubashara. The Thani Khulafa again. It's sunnah to request the children to make dua. और साइम, रोज़ेदार, व हाजी, व मरीज, व मुब्तला से दुआ कराना असर तमाम रखता है. Okay, to get a person who's fasting at the time of breaking fast. Haji, when he leaves the house, before he enters the house, returning back. Wa mariz, a person who is ill. Wa mubtala, who is in calamities. Mazloom, is oppressed. Okay, you should get them to make dua for you because athar tamam, it has full effect in du'as. This is very effective in making dua. How long have I got left? 5 minutes. Okay. While do, inshallah, I've only covered only one chapter out of 6 from Ahsan Wil'ah. Inshallah, I will try and come for the third part. Just before, inshallah. We've only got 3 weeks before Ramadan. Inshallah, the last weekend before Ramadan, inshallah, if it's possible, I'll let you know. I'll come, if not even for Ramadan, one of the weekends, inshallah, come and we'll go through because there's some very beautiful things Allah has mentioned later in his book, which I would like to share with you. Many pearls, inshallah, which I would like to share with you. If you can just pray the Rushri for Allahumma salli ala sayyidina wa alihi wa sahbihi wa barik wa sallam wa salam alayhi ya Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Okay, well, I'll stop here inshallah. I thought I might do a small chapter. 10 minutes, huh? Okay, take it inshallah. So I will, I'll give ijazat ho to. Yeah, I'll just finish off. I just want to start one more chapter inshallah. Okay, he says inshallah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I've skipped 3 chapters inshallah, but nevertheless go through this one. Mawali ijabat, things that will prevent your dua to be accepted. He says, Kisi shart ya adab ka faat hona, when you, now from all the adabs we mentioned in the previous chapter, if you miss any of these conditions or adab, there's a possibility your duas will not be accepted. And he says, गुनाहों से तलव्वुस, यानी गुनाहों में मुब्तला रहना. If you still, you know, you are in the oceans of sins, you're committing sins, and you start making dua, your duas will not be accepted. First and foremost, you should repent from your sins, and then you should make dua. इसी वास्ते दुआ से पहले मजलूमों के हुकूक वापस करना और उनसे अपने कसूर बख्शवाना और खुदा के सामने तौबा और इस्तिगफार व तर्क के बाद यानी गुनाह के छोड़ने पर अज़्म मुसम्मा पुख्ता इरादा करना लाजिम है. Before you make dua, one of the reasons your duas are not accepted is because you may have violated the rights of the parents, of your children, of your brothers, of your sisters, of your wives. You know, the men, okay, they violate the rights of their wives and they feel inferior, humiliated, they feel ashamed to go to their wives and to ask forgiveness from their wives. I'm superior. Okay, why should I, even from the children, why should I ask forgiveness from my child if I harmed him? Okay, on Yawm al-Qiyamah they will ask for, Ya Allah, insaf, justice. Okay, and you never know. Your children, when they will ask for justice, they will demand justice and they will be means of you entering Jahannam. because you violated your rights and you do not ask forgiveness from your own children. वालिदैन शर्माते हैं बच्चों से माफी तलब करने से, कि माफ कर दो. You know, they don't ask. Very rarely I hear fathers and mothers asking children to forgive them. If I've done anything wrong, please forgive me. From brothers and sisters, say, finish up. Oh, his younger brother, his sister. Yeah. Obviously from the parents. The last point inshallah, and then we'll stop. Hazrat Ka'b Ahbar से मनकूल है कि ज़माने हज़रत मूसा अलैहि सलाम में कहत पड़ा. There was a drought at the time of Musa अलैहि सलाम. आप बड़े इस्राएल को लेकर 3 बार दुआ के वास्ते गए, मीना बरसा, बारिश ना हुई. अल्लाह ताला वही भेजी, ए मूसा मैं तेरी, हालांकि उलुल अज़्म अम्बिया में से है हज़रत मूसा अलैहि सलाम, from उलुल अज़्म, the greatest, the 5 greatest prophets अलैहि सलाम. ए मूसा मैं तेरी और तेरे साथ वालों की दुआ कबूल ना करूंगा कि तुम एक नमाज जुगलखोर है. Okay, tale bearers. Goes to one person. Oh, do you know what Hafiz Muhammad said to you, about you? Your topi is very dirty. And do you know what he said about you? You need to clean your glasses. I'm just making it up, yeah. Trying to create enmity between people. Yes, trying to get the defects of one person and spread it. एक ऐब दूसरे से बयान करता है. अर्ज की ए रब वो कौन है? हज़रत मूसा से asking, there is one from the gathering, but जिसमें एक ऐसा है जो चुगलखोर है. हज़रत मूसा अलैहि सलाम अर्ज किया, वो कौन है कि उसको हम अपने गिरोह से निकाल दे? Who is that person? We'll take him out of our majlis so that the du'as will be accepted. Allah says, मैं तुम्हें चुगलखोरी से मना करता हूँ और खुद ऐसा करो. I am trying to tell you that there's a person who is trying to spread defects of other people, and you telling me to inform you who is that person? Should I expose the defect of that person? ऐसा नहीं. तो मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम सबको तौबा का हुक्म किया और बाद दुआ मांगते ही बारिश हुई. Okay, so as Musa told everyone to do tawbah from namima, chugulkhori. Okay, and as soon as they did that, made dua, and began to rain. Okay, so these were some etiquettes of dua. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us a tawfiq to follow the etiquettes of dua. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our dua. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your coming to the majlis, and may be means of our forgiveness and salvation in the after, inshallah.